Hello and welcome to Game Again, and welcome to my review of the Xbox / Bethesda showcase. Now, if you followed my content for a while, you know that I do not have an Xbox. I have played, I used to have an Xbox 360, original Xbox, but that kind of Xbox 360 was where I fell away from the Xbox brand, moved to PlayStation. And yeah, I've obviously kind of kept up with what Xbox has been doing. I was not intrigued by the Xbox One at all, despite having Halo on it, Gears of War, some decent exclusives on there. And also with the Xbox Series X, I've never been drawn to it. However, they put on a really good show. If you want to get my quick review, there it is. You can leave now. But I'm going to go through kind of the games that stood out to me, and I think deserve to be talked about, because there's some games on here that there's some games that I didn't include in my little notepad review type deal. So we will get into it. So first off, Redfall. Now this is made by the people who made Deathloop. Arcane, there we go. And it looks like Left 4 Dead with vampires. Now, Back 4 Blood has kind of killed my interest in this game. I think Arcane will do a better job, but I just don't know about the whole idea of doing it with vampires. Like, it's all of a sudden vampires are the new in thing. Zombies have been the in for years now. All of a sudden we're getting a lot of vampire games. I mean, the gameplay looks solid. The characters were a little bit annoying. There seems to be 4 different characters who have different abilities, although I don't know why you would choose anyone else other than the person who's the vampire powers, it seems. But potentially one that if it came over, I don't know if these are proper exclusives to Xbox or they are like timed exclusives. But I mean, I've often thought about getting an Xbox, especially with the Game Pass, which I think is ridiculous value. I think every single one of the games I'm going to talk about on here is going to be on the Game Pass. It's not the way I like to play games. I like to buy them and store them, collect them. That's just me. But I can see the benefit of it, and it's obviously with the popularity of Netflix, streaming services, it does make sense. Not for me, but hey ho. Anyway, talk about Redfall. Yeah, the gameplay looks solid enough, but not really that into it at the minute. The story seems a bit formulaic. I'll keep an eye on it. Then we come to Hollow Knight Silksong. I need to play the first Hollow Knight. It's a Metroidvania that has been critically acclaimed. A lot of people talk about it as being one of the best. This one looked very challenging. Love the art style, the kind of black and white aesthetic. I'm going to keep tabs on this. I do need to play the original. It might not come to PlayStation, but hey ho. Then we come to High on Life, which is made by the people who make Rick and Morty. The Morty voice is actually the main voice in it, which is a little off-putting, I'm not gonna lie. I just associate that voice strongly with a certain character, and to have it, it's the same with the other games. I think that voice is just so distinct with Morty, but anyway, it looks a weird, believe it or not, it looks a weird game to the people who make Rick and Morty, which is a weird show. But the guns are like alive. It's like they looked at Borderlands as talking guns and were like, we're going to times that by 1,000. And they actually seem to be quite sentient, they seem to be alive, they seem to have their own personalities, which is going to be very interesting. I just realised my mic is not in front of me. So yeah, it looks interesting. I'm sure it'll be funny. Hopefully it'll be funny. Then we come to Plague Tale Requiem. I need to play the original, the first one. Been told it is, I mean, again, it's another game that I need to get to, but where are we going to have the time? Now I have the time, because I have obviously COVID, but I have Horizon to complete, Dead by Daylight, Dying Light to complete. I've got Elden Ring. So many games. Anyway, Plague Tale Requiem looks very good. I'm down for it. I hope to be able to play it. I have thought about getting an Xbox, but I think with PlayStation VR potentially coming out this year, I should probably save this for then. They're kind of jumping about. Anyway, Plague Tale Requiem looks good. Then we come to Overwatch 2, which I played a bit of Overwatch 1. You need friends. I feel like you need friends. You need a dedicated team to play it with. That's why I didn't play it as much. My friends played the beta and they really enjoyed it, but they didn't. They couldn't justify it in their heads to pay the price, and I don't blame them. I got it a few years later for like a cheap price. But Overwatch 2 is going to be free to play, which I think will make a lot more people look at it and go, you know what, I will give it a play. And I think that'll be what will happen. Again, I don't know if this is time exclusive or what, but if it comes to the PlayStation, I think this is one of the games I will give a real go, because I'm kind of over, maybe not over the Battle Royale, but I'm kind of bored of it. Like, I've started playing Apex again, but I needed to sneeze there, but it wouldn't allow me. I went back to Apex for a little bit, and I'm enjoying it, but that was after months of not playing it, and months of not playing Battle Royale. Oh my god, this is awful. Sorry, I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as I can. But yeah, Overwatch 2, I will definitely play that if it comes out on the PlayStation. Scorn is a game that I've known about for a while, watching Easy Allies. It was one of their sponsors. It's coming out in Halloween. It's a horror game. It's coming out in the month of October. So big plus for that. I mean, you can't get better than that. A horror game, it comes out in Halloween. It's a no-brainer. Yet so many companies don't do it. Do I like the look of this game? It seems interesting, and like I want to view it from afar before actually maybe getting it. But yeah, it looks somber tapestries was the ad read, and yeah, there's a lot of somber tapestries in there. But yeah, it looks interesting, and like, I don't really know the story, but again, it's a horror game that's coming in, or maybe not a horror game. I don't know, but I'm kind of losing a lot of my speaking ability with my whole nose situation. I should just get this done. Scorn, interested in it. Gotta keep an eye on that. Minecraft Legends. Now this is a weird one, and this reminded me of a game, and I should have looked it up, but it is. Was it Bladestorm or something like that? Basically, it's an action strategy RPG where you're the overworld taking on the nether world, so it's like a clash. But I think it's going to be like, if it is the game I'm thinking about, where you gather up troops and you are at the center of them, but you control everyone as a pack, or you can like tell them to do stuff, a bit like Pikmin as well, maybe. I don't know. The Minecraft spin-offs haven't really been that good. I mean, Minecraft has just been obviously one of the most played games for years, but the spin-offs haven't really done it for me. And this one, yeah, don't think it's going to do it for me. Lightyear Frontier, not Buzz Lightyear. I thought that's what it was, but it's just a mech farming simulator. Basically, you're dropped on a planet and it's survival. It's mech Minecraft, if you will. You've got to survive, you've got to build stuff. Looks okay. Looks nothing out of this world. Grounded is a game that has been in early access for a while. It's finally getting its full release. This is my kind of game. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You're in the backyard. You're fighting against bugs, spiders. I love that shit. I love it. I wish it was on PlayStation. It's not. I have not really seen much reaction to it, so I don't know how well the game does. But the actual scenario of it, I think, is very unique. I love the idea. I love the kind of aesthetic. I love the armor with like the leaves and all that. It looks, and like the bug parts that you can take. I love that. I really wish it would come out to PlayStation. Maybe it will, but I like the look of Grounded. Cocoon is made from or by the developers, or some of the developers who made Limbo and Inside. If you don't know what they are very linear single player experiences that really some platforming in there as well, some puzzle elements that have garnered a really good following because of, I think, how well they incorporated the story into them and how well the game was kind of fleshed out. This game looks, some of the visual effects in the game look very cool. Like you're traveling through balls and like it completely spheres. You're traveling through spheres and it's like completely changing the environment around you. Looks cool. It was a cool little puzzle game that I will probably never play, but hey ho. Then we come to perhaps the biggest announcement, which is Kojima. Hideo Kojima, who has been synonymous with PlayStation for many years, is now working on an Xbox exclusive, and his game is going to be unique. There is absolutely no doubt about that. You look at Death Stranding, such a unique game. However, looking back, the game was it was not enjoyable to play. The story was a mess. I mean, the concepts and the ideas were very interesting. It's a game that I have never played before. Like there's no like, you can say like Call of Duty and Medal of Honor or other shooters, but there's no game like Death Stranding where you are essentially a postman who is battling evil Cthulhu-like monsters while you're trying to save the daughter's president. It's just crazy. It's the president of the United States daughter. It's crazy ideas. So I'm intrigued. Of course I'm intrigued. It's a Kojima game, but I don't know what it's going to be. I hope it is going to be a success. I hope it is. Kojima is one of the